looks like we've got some more boat wrecks pulled out of Lake Mead. And here's Skyward's chrome rail. You're doing a really great job out here. Good morning, back out here at Lake Mead again. Beautiful cloudy day today. And it looks like we've got some more boat wrecks pulled out of Lake Mead. If you recall before, we made a video, there was 3 of them. These 3 right here. Blue, yellow, and white and red. And now they're multiplying. 1, 2, I guess that's 2.5. 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll just make that an even 7 then. How about that? Area beautification happening quickly down here at Lake Mead. This looks like it was multiple boats and engines just all thrown into a scrapple here and drug out. And then look, we have random drive trains. How about that? Oh, there's my little lizard buddy. Hey buddy, you out here doing push-ups this morning? Got pretty cold last night, huh? And this actually looks like the top of Skyward right here, don't it?
Is it?
Yeah, look, there's the little portal windows, and here's Skyward's chrome rail.
Yeah. I don't remember if we probably have footage of that.
Interesting, so they floated it down there back to the marina, and then apparently must have loaded it up and trucked it back over here because this is the staging yard here for all the boat wrecks. Oh. But yeah, Skyward for sure. And look, I even shared in one of the posts, let's go upside down here, I shared the little bit of info we know about Skyward. Skyward came from Arizona.
That's what I was thinking.
Yep, and look at that. Pretty cool. Go and check out the post I put up about Skyward too. I had some commenters trying to guess what kind of boat Skyward was, and one of them was a ambassador, a sleek craft ambassador. I think that's what Skyward might have been, and someone else guessed a Hawaiian day cruiser. But
cool.
yeah, they were both pretty cool boats back in the day. So there you go, the last days of Skyward. There's the top of him.
It's so sad.
Yeah. Get a look inside. And we got this view when I was swimming with Skyward. Remember, I stuck the camera in one of these portals over here and put it in here, and there was a bunch of little baby fish swimming around. Yeah.
Fiberglass.
No. And boy, I know you can't tell sitting at home, but these things stink. You smell that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it smells like dead fish.
Yep.
Poor Skyward. This one's new.
Yeah, this one's...
Oh, actually, you know what? From this blue carpet, I think I might have seen this one on Gilligans Island. Yeah, because I remember I was fooling around with this thing, pretending like I could move it to see if it would work.
Huh.
I'll pop up on the screen here once we go back and edit the video. I'll pop up and see if this was the boat on Gilligans Island that I kayaked to. I remember this too because I pointed out how all the quagga mussels or the zebra mussels here were stuck all in the engine, and I specifically said on that video, Can you imagine what the Hoover Dam intake piping looks like?
Oh my gosh, how annoying.
Yep. Pretty cool.
I like the wheel. Just sticking straight out.
Yeah, that's odd. It's like one of those old stand-up
Yeah,
jet skis. Who knows? But this has a weird back too. Look, it has like little fins sticking out the side here, and it's pretty low.
Yeah, it's small.
We also had some viewers say that back in like the 70s and the 80s, the way these boats were made, because they're so shallow here, that it was easy to get into a sticky situation and get water in your boat and sink because it's so low. And you know, the way Lake Mead is out there, when it gets bad, it gets really choppy like an ocean. So yeah, I don't think I would want to be in something that low when it got choppy out there. Look at that nice mist over the water though. We had some rain come in yesterday, and looks like the desert is sweating now. All of it's transpiring back up into the air as it heats up out here. Let's go on and head on down to the water, see what's going on. Check it out, look how green it is here now. Remember just a few videos ago we were down here and I said it was all trapped like concrete right in this entire area. And I said, wait till we come down next time, it's gonna green up. It'll look like springtime. And well, there you go. How about that? And this looks like, from the rain last night, looks like we had a miniature Boulder Harbor right here. We had a little mud pit.
It did. Maybe it
Yeah.
all came down.
It all floods down the ramp here like crazy, comes down into this hole here. But unfortunately, nowhere near enough to fill up the actual harbor. But look how pretty that is since it rained yesterday. All this green sprouting up, and you can see all the mist out here at the lake. We're gonna go out there. It's really pretty out there today. Look at the difference. I'll try and pop up the last video on screen there. So nice down here. It's like a little meadow. And it hides all the dead fish that were over there and the trash that was here last time. And here we are coming out of the harbor again to Lake Mead proper. Look at that view, folks. Got a lot of people fishing out here already. People out on kayaks over here on the lake. And look at those beautiful mountains in the mist back here. Ooh, it is humid today, Mrs. Mojo, huh?
It is.
Oh, it feels like the deep south.
Yeah.
Beautiful day though. And here we are coming back up on our big reference tire. And I don't know if it'll pick it up, but there's a stork hunting right by the water down there. Keep bobbing up and down, grabbing stuff. Look how much it greened up though already. We're gonna head on down to the water line here, and we start our trash pickup here. Oh, there goes the stork. Is that a pelican? Someone let me know down in the comments. I need to brush up on my birding. We got a couple of folks out on the water here, as you can see. This is about the perfect day to be boating on Lake Mead, as long as it doesn't rain or get windy, because right now it's fairly calm and all these nice clouds are blocking out the sun. So it's still nice and cool. Just a little bit humid though. And there's a look back up Boulder Harbor at the old boat launch way back there in the distance where we came from. And there's our other reference, the high water line. You can see the dark rock up there. And that is the historic high water level from the early 80s and 90s also, when it reached that level also, and it's never gone back up towards that level. And unfortunately in the next few years it looks like we're probably going to get even lower than we were in 2022. So we'll end up seeing what happens. But for now, we're just going to worry about getting this area beautified right down here, cleaning up this trash, and enjoying a nice little peaceful morning on the lake with the birds. And here's the crayon. That's what I call it, the crayon. I've since learned from our smart viewers that are boaters that these, the red one and the green one, are meant to indicate which sides of the harbor you're coming into. But there's a crayon there, and you can see, compared to last video, the crayon's pretty close to the water now. And that's not surprising to me, because I did look, and Lake Mead has actually risen about 1.5 to 2 feet since that last video. So surprisingly enough, we've actually gained some elevation here at Lake Mead. But that's not because of the rain that just happened. That is because upstream at Lake Powell, they've been releasing more water. So remember, always, if you want to know what's going on with Lake Mead, you have to look at the whole picture and see what's going on upstream with not only the snowpack and the weather, but you also have to look at what's going on upstream at Lake Powell, which is where Lake Mead is getting all its water. And unfortunately, upstream at Lake Powell, it has dropped 15 feet since the summertime around about June and July. So that also explains why Lake Mead has now risen slightly, even though we haven't really had much of a monsoon season at all out here. And we also haven't had much precipitation at all, other than yesterday and a couple weeks ago. So that would indicate to you that the USBR has been releasing that water from upstream at Lake Powell to try and keep Lake Mead from reaching dire levels again. That can only go on for so long, of course, until we have to rely on a strong winter to refill Lake Powell upstream. And we are not expecting that this winter. So we're going to see what happens with all that. We're going to see if the USBR decides to just try and maintain Lake Mead, the whole fill Lake Mead first notion, in which people are arguing that Lake Mead here should be the one primary reservoir of the Colorado River, and Lake Powell upstream should be decommissioned, perhaps until we have some more strong consecutive winters and the USBR starts to get worried that Lake Mead here might reach capacity again. But as I just showed you, you can tell from that watermark that that won't be happening anytime soon. So in my opinion, I think they could decommission Glen Canyon Dam for a while, just let the water run straight down and don't retain any of it, just the minimum amount to keep the power plant online, unless they install a bypass. And then they would just have to worry about keeping Lake Mead here healthy instead until, you know, our weather and climate patterns change and we shift into a period where we're worried about it flooding and having too much water. How's it going, Mrs. Mojo? Already looking for the trash. Yeah, I see a lot of it over here too, where people were fishing.
It's actually really not that bad over here this time. There's only a couple things like at the water line, if you will.
Yeah. And I think a lot of times stuff like this isn't always from actual people coming walking out here and fishing. I think it's from the boaters. When stuff comes off of the boat, it'll wash up here, yeah, and then the water level, as you can see, the water level recedes and the stuff just gets stuck where it's at, just like this. So we're going to get on our area beautification for today. Someone gave up on their hole.
Oh. Maybe they found gold.
I bet there is a lot of gold in here if you would pan it in the right areas of the lake, right?
Yep.
I've read of stories that there were ancient placer deposits in the Colorado riverbed that are still down there underneath Lake Mead up towards the Grand Canyon there. Would make sense, right?
Why are you sharing that online?
Because none of us can get down there. because it's under the
Sneaky,
lake.
sneaky.
So if you watch this video in 100 years from now and Lake Mead is dry, make sure to go look for those gold placers underneath the lake, dumping out of the mouth of the Grand Canyon over there. Back for my Team Hoyt archery.
Sad. Ew. Ew. There we go. Look at how pretty these flowers are, though. I know you probably can't see them very well, but they're like purple. They're ready to burst. They're just so pretty. I think there was another one that was blooming over here somewhere. But they have little purple flowers.
It's actually not too bad down here.
Ooh, found a sinkhole.
Probably doesn't seem that way at home, but yeah, it's been a lot worse down here.
Yeah, it's really not that bad at all. Like, it's just like a couple things here and there.
Almost got our first bucket down here already. After I was just talking about how it's not that bad down here. Don't forget it was Labor Day weekend a couple weeks back too.
Yeah,
So that's when the lake really takes a beating, is when we have holidays, because not only does the lake get busy, but Las Vegas gets busy too, and then in turn, when people get sick of the strip being crowded, they look for outdoor things to do like Red Rock Canyon, Valley of Fire, and Lake Mead. And I'm sure to some folks visiting Las Vegas, they probably think Lake Mead is just like a giant water park for Las Vegas. And we'll do a little bit more down here by the water line, and then we're going to start making our way back up the harbor and collecting as we go. And I'm not seeing our favorite beverages down here today.
I know.
We got a Miller Lite here, but I haven't seen a Twist Tea yet, or a Bud Light, or what was the other one? Modelo. Top 3 drinks of Lake Mead, or at least top 3 drinks that people discard at Lake Mead: Bud Light, Twist Tea, and Modelo.
Yes.
Wouldn't that be funny if we went into the marina store down there and that was like the only 3 drinks they sold?
Yeah,
It would all make sense. Yeah. I'm not sure. Maybe it's just popular boating drinks, you know?
The go-tos.
And yeah, you can tell the water is rising, like I just pointed out right here, because this stuff here doesn't grow when it's underwater. It rots out and then it dies back. So you can see the stuff sticking out here. That was growing just like this here, probably about a week, 2 weeks ago. And we've experienced in just the last few weeks that 2-foot rise here from them releasing more water from Lake Powell. So starting to soak some of this stuff back up. Hopefully that'll take us right through winter, right? We'll just, hopefully we'll hit that little winter burst here and the water level just keeps slowly rising, and as they let water out upstream. But after that, next summer, all bets are off, because the water's got to stop coming at some point.
Yeah.
Looks good, Mrs. Mojo. Nice work. Hey, thanks for coming today. I don't know if anyone told you, but you're doing a really great job out here.
Thanks.
Keep it up.
You too.
You're a motivation to many.
Aww.
And just because you're doing such a good job, I got you a pink fish.
Oh, how
So you can
sweet. We can build
always
one.
remember.
Oh, Lake Mead's mascot.
He wants to give you a kiss. Good job. All right, we're heading back into the harbor now. And you can see this little area here is where the rock dam was before the harbor drained out. And it looks like someone had moved that out of the way because people have been driving down here. Guessing the rangers, because you're not supposed to bring a vehicle down here anymore. Well, yeah, we're gonna go down into the harbor here and do a little cleanup and finish up. And right where I'm standing, I'm on the exact opposite side of where that old harbor photo was taken. Look in this direction, right at the ridge. And this little area right here I found out is called the Dragon, because it comes down like this and then goes back up. And she's just finishing picking up in the little channel here. And then we'll be back into the harbor proper. How about I give you a hand with that?
It's a heavy one.
Well, it's been a beautiful morning out here. Nice work out there, Mrs. Mojo.
Very clean.
Yep, we got a lot of stuff. We're just gonna tackle the rest of this little bay and the end of the ramp there. And we will be finito for today. Until next time. We appreciate y'all hanging out with us today. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and like and subscribe if you want to see more. And we will see you next time here on Mojo Adventures.
Good job.